Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Doodle Robot and today we're going to play with a couple of new things that I got in my Dracula book. So I'm going to use silky gel crayons. They look like that, and maybe some diverse bee gel crayons as well. I have 3 packs of those. I've already got them out. So what I want to do, I'm practicing for another page here in this Dracula book. It's an awesome book, Bram Stoker's Dracula, a coloring classic. I was practicing there. It's by, who is it by? It's illustrated by, I know there's a name somewhere, Shelley Carroll, right there. And this is from 2016, so I don't know if it's still being printed. But Carrie Kay and I are doing this page, which as of yesterday, I think, maybe Friday, I don't know. Neither of us had started yet. It was supposed to be for February, but I'm not going to finish February. But I'm going to practice, because I wanted to use, because it's kind of a double page spread, there's kind of carpeting here. I wanted to do some gel crayons on the background and then go in on the top with what, I don't know, maybe more gel pens or gel crayons or gel pens, or I don't know. This is a cool book though. I've done a flip through of this, I think, if I recall correctly. I feel like I could do every page in this book. And I kind of want it to have an aged decadence look, like a really old, like it's kind of an old book, I guess. So I'm going to practice with my gel crayons and play with some new toys that I have on this page. So this is kind of the newspaper page. I want to make it look, you can see I was kind of practicing here a little bit with various different colors of my gel crayons. I want to make it look old and aged, old parchment basically. So there's some things that we're going to use. I've got my gel crayons picked out. So these don't come labeled, but I'm going to use color 27, 28, 29, 30, and 31, I think. Yes, that's correct, from the silky side. And I ranked those myself. I don't think they came in that order. And on my Diverse Bee gel crayons, I'm going to use from the Dusty Tone. Actually, this color really didn't work out. I have it out, but I'm probably not going to use it. Number 48. I've also got out from the Earthy Tone, my number 53. They're not numbered like that. I think these are in the order that they came in the package. I think I just left them that way. That also was too light. So those are out, but I'm going to use possibly 55 or 56, maybe. But I'm really going to use this color 60 down here. Because the flesh tone, when you put the gel crayons on with the brush like we do, just rub them on, becomes really light, much lighter than here. And so the flesh tone here mixed with that color make, I think, for a really nice parchmenty color there, if you can see that. I don't know. All right, so we'll put one on and then another on top. All right, but they're still all out. Also, if you saw my February haul video, I have these from the dollar store. I have the small one and the bigger one, which are they're perfect sizes. But I wanted something more to get into more detail areas. And so I showed them, I don't even know what they're called, but I showed them in my February haul. They're these things. And they were advertised. I was actually looking for a smaller version of this, and I didn't know what it was called. I put in craft brushes. I was trying various different things because I don't even know what that's called. And this came up, and I hadn't seen it anywhere, but it was in my cart, and then I saw it on Maya's channel, and I saw it on Sandy's channel, Color Creatively. I'd already purchased them before I saw it on Sandy's channel just yesterday morning, And she was using them with gel crayons, and I'm like, yes, because I didn't know if they were going to work out or not, but they do, and they're awesome. So we're going to play with those in some of the detail areas near the edges. So playing with new stuff, I feel like it gives me just a little bit more ways to use my silky gel crayons if I have detail kind of tools. Also, so I'm going to first do the whole thing in gel crayons to give it that aged parchment look. And I'm going to probably, I was looking at old newspapers and none of them are like this. They're not like, they weren't printed like that. They were printed with solid color. So I'm probably going to color these in black where it's big here. I mean, it's a coloring book, so they probably left us stuff to color. I'm probably not going to mess with this or this or this. I don't think so at this point. We'll see. Probably in the background here will be black. So we'll have the kind of parchment-y, old parchment looking paper there. Black just here at the border and the border there. But the exciting part is I'm going to play with my new stencils. I've got kind of paint splashes and blood spatter stencils. And there's one that's a coffee cup ring stencil, which I'm going to put like right there, but it's going to be in red because, you know, the vampire's drinking his morning cup of blood. Maybe it's made to look like, maybe it's made to taste like coffee. You know, if you feed your human copious amounts of coffee and then drain their blood, it'll have that flavor to it. I know that. Don't ask how I know that, but I know that. Yeah, so I'll probably use my coffee cup stencil there. And then splash some blood splatter all over the place as well. Because, you know, it's a vampire book. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to flip you to, for the gel crayon part, I'm going to flip you to, what is it, time lapse. Because otherwise we'll be here forever. And then we'll come back and talk about the next steps. So see you in just a second. Okay, so what I used here first was, like, as I said, it was the flesh tone of the silky gel crayons. Oh gosh, there's stuff everywhere here. Okay, that is a workout and a half, people. That's an arm workout. So it's the flesh tone color, and surprisingly, I don't know what it looks like in your monitor, but makes a really nice parchment color on its own. But I'm going to press my luck, and I'm going to try the diverse B earthy tone color here in the earthy tones. It's a very cool brown, and hopefully it will be light enough and not make it too dark. So that is the next step. So I'll see you on time lapse there. We'll just do a little bit of it and then I'll cut it and we'll go on to the next colors. Okay, so we have this. This was kind of in time lapse. We have our aged newspaper here in our hopefully aged decadence book that will be complete. And so here, as shown in my February haul video, here's my coffee cup stain. I'm going to put that over here somewhere. And I'm just going to do some of the stencil work with a red silky gel crayon. Now, I don't think that that's going to be red enough for me, but it's just a quick, easy way to get the shape on there that I'm going to use, a couple of these shapes I'm going to use. And then I think I will go over it with red acrylic paint, and I'll also splatter and drip some red acrylic paint on there as well. So that is going to be the plan. So I'll switch it to time lapse for that. And it allows me to kind of just quickly get it on there, and then I think I'm going to go over the black lettering that I need to color in, and we'll see what else we do. All right, so see you in just a second. Okay, I gotta say, I really like these new stencils. I don't think that I don't think the blood is red enough, and I'll go over it with paint, but yeah, these are great. This is going to be great for this book too, Dracula book. I can use this a lot, I would imagine. So really nice. I'm going to now step away for a little while. I'm going to let this set up for a few days. Silky gel crayon is quite permanent if you let it set for a little while. I'm also going to probably paint this black here, the edge. You can see it's very sticky. And I'll probably paint inside the lines, and then I'm not sure when I'll come back. I'll let you know what I used, how I did it. Maybe we'll come back to splatter if I can figure out how to do that relatively neatly on camera. So I'll see you in just a little bit. Okay, it's the next day, and I let the silky gel crayon set for 24 hours, and I have been working on this a little bit. I'm not going to do that much more on camera, but I'll come back and show you the final product. But what I've done thus far, you know, when you stop and you go do something else and you let something dry, you forget what order you were supposed to work in. I was supposed to paint this black area, which I already painted. I didn't do the other side yet because I remembered when I was painting about to here, and I'm like, oh no, I forgot. First I wanted to paint in, remember these were blank, and so I painted in all of those areas, the words. I did that with an Arctic's acrylic paint marker. That's from this set here. I still need to get the other 24 colors. I gotta remember that. But yeah, it's just black. It's a very inky black. These are not permanent. Like if I got too much paint on them, they'd probably start mixing with the other paint. So, but it was very nice. It was a little hard in these little areas. I probably should have used a micron pen, but I was too lazy. And there's a nice, oh, wrong side. There's a nice tip on this one. I was just in more of a hurry, and I'm like, it's good enough. But beautiful inky black color. And then once I did that, I decided that this and this were out of balance. So with micron pens, a 5 and a 10, I went and darkened those a little bit here and there. Not everywhere, just a little bit. Quick, easy kind of thing. And I've mixed. So that's the first thing. Get all the black on there. Then I want to paint with the red. I've custom mixed this. It's going to be... this is the red, well, we use Silky Gel Crayon there, but this is the red that I have, Cardinal Crimson, and it's a little too not dried blood kind of red. So I mixed a little bit of black in there, Apple Barrel Black, a little bit of green to desaturate this red a bit, that's Kelly Green, and a little bit of Pink Parfait to lighten it a bit. It went through a lot of different stages there, but we've settled on this. I like that. That's here. Now, oh, it was so easy with the stencils, but now I'm going to paint over the stencil area. I'm not going to do a super neat job. I'll show you a little bit of what that's going to look like, and then I'll come back when it's done. Also, I'm going to splatter some paint on there as well. So, just real quick, I'm going to just follow what we already have there. I don't have to worry about being too neat. It just gives me a good, easy guideline to follow, and it's going to look like what it's supposed to look like. I'm gonna really lay the paint on there thick. So that's all I'm going to do, and then I'm going to splatter. I'm going to, before I splatter, I'm going to put some Post-it notes there to protect that black. I'm going to paint the black over here. And then I'm going to take a kind of a dark brown color and paint just along the edges of the newspaper to look like it has some depth. And then we'll come back and I'll show you the final product. So I'll see you in just a minute with what I have at the end. Okay, we're back and we're done. A pretty quick, easy project. So I splattered the red paint on like I said I was going to do. I kind of went over where I had stenciled it, made it easy. I just plopped it on really thickly. I usually don't do paint thick, but in this case I did. And then I splashed it on there. And I painted the black over here. This is pristine. I put some paper over it. And to make little shadows where the newspapers are stacked on top of one another, I used 2 Ohuhu water-based markers from the Skin Tone set, 185 and 186. Quick, easy page, no colored pencil on there. It took 2 days. A lot of that was drying time, and this is still not dry, some of this paint, so I'm going to leave it here for a few days and let it thoroughly dry. Some where I plopped it, some are pretty big and textured, so. But I loved this. This was fun. It was quick. It was easy. And I have a good idea of the one I'm going to do. I think I'm definitely going to use the Carrie K and I are doing. I'm definitely going to use some Silky Gel Crayons there. I think a purpley color scheme with some old antique colors as well, probably. We'll see how it goes. All right, I thank you for joining me. I appreciate your time. I hope you have a wonderful day. Live long and prosper. Bye-bye.